Concerning child labour and forced labour, to be able to achieve sustainable effects, it is vital to grasp the motivations and interests of the supply chain actors. At one end of the chain, there are consumers who want to get the best possible value for their money and demand the most varied and highest quality products. We can't really blame them. Faced with these expectations, companies must lower their costs and invest in production and innovation to remain competitive. At the same time, those who finance them, and without whom they would not exist, expect a return on investment as they want to enhance the value of their assets and savings, which, in principle, is not so unusual. Faced with these contradictory injunctions, companies, in search of increasing performance to survive, are shifting some of the pressure they are under onto their own suppliers. As the quest for performance involves a search for lower costs, companies and their suppliers are turning to countries where labour costs are the lowest. Given the constraints and the stakes, this strategy seems quite coherent. And so, at the other end of the chain are the working poor, ready to leave their loved ones and even go into exile if necessary, in search of dignified work that will enable them to support their families. Finding a decent job to help one's family, this is an expectation that we will gladly agree is not outrageous. This is where a difficulty arises. The world of the global supply market and the world of the working poor are too far apart, too different to meet each other physically. So there is a need for intermediaries. While many of these intermediaries are, as it must be said, alas, dubious and almost mafia-like, the function of mediation is necessary and must be remunerated. In short, every actor in the chain can rightly claim its part of expectations and interests that are entirely legitimate, and to the extent that the interests at stake are legitimate, there will only be a lasting solution to the problems of forced labour and child labour if there is respect for both the actors and their legitimate interests.